Well, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bears in trouble to start play. 6 and 8 on the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Come on. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Pass the 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. You got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken success. this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's 2nd and 8. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Extra point right down the middle, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the side. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Come back, team! 18, Pioneer! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for right, and he finds him. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Check pass.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 78 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Check contact.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
70.
Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now a play fake here on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Second and long. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, smash. Go check. Go check. Hey, smash Broncos.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come 19. Come 19.
He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check match. Check match. Hurt. Lead alert. 60 Bobcats.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Hey, check that. Street.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And the slot man goes in motion left.
18 Rattler.
They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right. Trying for right, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends. They're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
19 tight.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got this, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 6. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. from 6 yards away. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. Remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard for the touchdown. Brings up 3rd and 7.
60 Bison. Street, 18, Pioneer. 60 Bobcat.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bears have answered back with a third quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. And Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat the two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
19 Lions.
Now back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. And even 60 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be a Bears first down as he gets this up past the 30. Right back to him on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Rocco switch. Rocco switch. Ready.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. They'll look to throw here.
And this will be caught by Mooney. He's got the first down and more than that. There he goes again.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a handoff as they run left side.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
And they'll run again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Now Joey Slye for the point after.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown.
And
they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Wright's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Black. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. 2nd and 6 from the 10. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
7 Pirates, 79 Broncos. 18 Rebels.
Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
70 Rangers. 19 tight.
He'll look to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, smash Broncos! 3.
And now here's a carry heading left. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's right.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
He's back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, street.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win.
Point after here coming up. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That will tie the game at 34.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is going to be intercepted.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And he knows the quarterback steps into the huddle. The first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Looking to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has been measured revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. In motion left comes Williams.
7 Pirates, 79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
18
Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's right. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
19
They'll look to throw again.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
19 strikes, 19 strikes. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Back to 60.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.